Ms. Transhorse96 here with another video. We're going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys figure at San Diego Comic-Con 2017. This time talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Yondu figure. So this was a figure that wasn't necessarily a surprise, as we did get a teaser for it about 4 days ago. However, now we finally get to see it on display. I will say that this is kind of early on when it's been shown, so I don't have many pictures of it. I just really have these two for the moment, and therefore I can't see the legs. But I might do an update if we get, when we get the better images of it, more full body, maybe some accessories around him. If there's more to talk about, I will do another video for it. But for right now, the main concern here is the head sculpt. That's the biggest thing. So now that we have good images of that, I definitely wanted to make a video. As you can see, I was concerned, if you watch my video about the teasers, I was concerned about the head sculpt on Yondu. It looked like the expression was not there, and it looked like his face was very rounded. Now, seeing it fully and seeing it from a few angles, that's no longer an issue. The head sculpt looks wonderful. Now, I would have liked something a little more extreme, more of a smirk, and a secondary, like, whistling head sculpt, I think would have been really great. However, for what they did, I do like it quite a bit. He's got personality in his face sculpt. It's serious, but there's a bit of that Yondu personality, which I do like. I'm glad that he doesn't look like your generic serious head sculpt that Hot Toys usually does for everybody. There's a bit of personality there. Now, they didn't go very far with it. I definitely admit they could have definitely gone a little further, and I think I would have liked it even more. However, at least it's there. There's a hint of it there, and I was kind of bracing myself for that not to be the case. So I'm very pleased with the expression. It could have been better, but I do think that it is still very nice and definitely is good. The other thing that I was a little concerned about was that it looked like his jacket was a little puffy, like it hung out a bit more than it should. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell if that's the case or not, because obviously they have him posed here physically holding his jacket out, so I don't know if it's going to lay flat. I hope that it lays very naturally, but it didn't look like it in the preview image, and unfortunately we can't see it here. I do like his pose here. This is a nice pose of him just kind of opening his jacket, like getting ready for his whistle to come shooting out. I think that's very cool. And as you can see, lots of detail on his jacket here. Lots of great Ravager symbols, and of course just the excellent detail that we've seen on other, similar Hot Toys figures, such as Star-Lord, with their like leather-like, red jackets. Looks very nice. I do like it quite a bit. The hands look good, and they do look like it looks like they're actually, these hands are specifically sculpted for this. It doesn't look like they're just using relaxed palms, and they're just kind of propping up the jacket. It looks like these hands are meant to hold the jacket, which I do like. I'm glad he comes with that. And as you can see, they did go with the full mohawk here, from the half till the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 kind of mohawk fin. So I do like that a lot. Now, again, I do hope that he comes with a second head sculpt. It would be great if he has a second head sculpt that's whistling and that has the small fin, or possibly they'll just have an interchangeable fin. I think that it would be pretty weird, though, if he doesn't come with at least an interchangeable fin, because that would just be something really easy to do, and it's necessary considering he has both of those looks in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and the smaller fin was what he had throughout the entire first movie, so I think it's pretty necessary. So I'm definitely very excited for this. Whether I plan to get it or not, I definitely plan to get it. Yondu was a fun character in the first movie, but he really stood out in the second movie for obvious reasons, and became one of the best characters in that movie. So I very much liked him, even though I don't know if we're gonna get much screen time with him in the future. This is still definitely worth it for me personally, but I could see that holding people back from actually purchasing him. As far as the Guardians of the Galaxy display that they have here on Comic-Con, I haven't seen any full shots of it yet, but I have seen, from here and there, and kind of seen it in the background, and it doesn't look like there's anything else new. It's all stuff that we've seen before, so unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get a Mantis or a Nebula reveal, which is disappointing, or Ego. I didn't expect Ego, but, I certainly wanted it. However, Mantis and Nebula I thought maybe would have a chance, especially with the Yondu tease, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So hopefully we'll get Nebula and Mantis figures soon enough, or if at the very latest for Infinity War. But nonetheless, I'm very glad that we do have a Yondu figure, and I will be very interested to see what they do accessory-wise for him, as far as his extra fin, maybe a whistling expression, and of course his arrow, and if it'll come with any effect pieces, or if it'll be able to look like it's shooting out of his pocket, things like that. So I'm very excited to see this figure when it finally goes on pre-order and when we get all the official information on it. So let me know what you guys think of this Yondu figure, and thanks so much for watching.